Hello and welcome back to my channel. Sorry if that cut off at the start there. I was saying hello and welcome back to my channel. But my phone decided it was a bit too hot to actually start on time. You may be able to hear a massive fan going in the background, and normally I would turn that off so you guys could hear me properly. However, it is so hot in the UK currently that I'm not even going to dare, because it's just too hot. So, as you can see, today we have the B1. Unfortunately, I couldn't post yesterday as I was still waiting to recover the part, which I have recovered today. So it means the rods can finally go back together, and obviously I haven't put them back together yet because I haven't had time. Because I was filming for a video that's coming out tomorrow on my vlog channel today, earlier. It's when I recovered the part. So, effectively, I mean, I don't really want to take the rest of it apart because there's just no point. The rods need to go back on. Now, I would love to do that on camera, but I'm going to be completely honest and say a bit of it needs to be done off camera because I just can't. I'll try and do as much on the camera as I can, which is the purpose of today's video, is to put the rods back together. We're not going to run it because it simply won't run. It just refuses to. So put the rods back together, and then that will be today's update on the engine. And then later today I will buy a new motor. The new motor should arrive, and then we'll put the new motor in and get started from there. So let's get to putting the rods together. And while I'm grabbing my tools to put the rods back together, which is a flathead screwdriver and a pair of pliers, while I'm grabbing them, I'm going to update you guys as to a little bit of purchasing I've done, which is I have bought a new engine. It is not an LNER engine for a change, even though I seem to buy an awful lot of them. It is in fact an LMS engine, which I don't buy many of at all. It is one of maybe my first LMS purchases, but I can inform you guys, it will not be the last. I have about 2 other LMS purchases and a couple of Southern ones that are on my list of engines to buy at this point. So this is an LMS Class 5 that I've bought, also known as a Black 5, but it's not in black, it's a nice LMS Crimson colour, or LMS Red, whatever you choose to describe it as. And then I have an engine also on my list called the Duchess of Sutherland, which I am going to potentially purchase in the next couple of days. And then I got a Coronation, some Battle of Britain classes, and there's a long list. Trust me, there's a long list behind the scenes. So, without further ado, got to check the rods here. Okay, so that side needs assistance. I've got the engine off camera just so I can focus a little bit here on it. And just put it back together when it doesn't want to, because of course it doesn't. Right, I need to move that a little bit. There we go. Right, so you can see there that that's back in the hole there. So I'm just going to gently put it over like that. It does tilt away from the camera a slight bit, but that's okay. Now I need to grab a part out of my bag of parts, which is a pin specifically that I want. If I can get a pin, that'd be lovely, but it is being a bit non-compliant. So I'm going to try and use a pair of pliers just off camera to grab the pin. There we go. I've acquired the pin, which you can see there. It's extremely hot. So I'm going to grab the pin and grab the engine and put the pin in. dropping my pliers as normal. Right. Sorry that you guys can't see this, but it is such a fiddly thing that if I lose the pin, it is going to not end well. There we go, pin's in. Right, that's all good. Pins in and nice, lovely. I'll show you it to you guys here. You can see the pin that's just there is now in. Now we switch over to the other side. And first off we want to, actually I can do this on camera to be fair. So first off we want to take this rod here that comes from this wheel and we want to put it on there. So let's do that. If it wants to fit, that is, obviously. There you go. I'm going to try and fit that there. That's not going to work. Okay. Just making sure I didn't damage anything on that, which it shouldn't have done. No, it's all fine. Okay, it's all good. Nice. Right, so it's slipped off again, which is okay. I knew that was going to happen. But I need the other rod, which is going to be a complicated one to find because there's just a bag of rods at this point. Right, bag goes back there, and here is the other rod, upside down of course. Now it's the right way around. So I'm going to grab the engine. We're going to just move a couple of things around. Going to put the first wheel-to-wheel rod on. Now we're going to get the second one. We are going to put it on the correct way around. I'm doing this off camera again just so I can see what I'm doing and make sure I get it right, because it can be quite a sort of fiddly, complicated thing to do, and I don't feel like doing it 10 times, so I will be focusing a little bit on the off-camera work to it. There we go. Now I'm going to keep it very flat here, but you can see, if the camera wants to focus, the rods are on. Now I need to put the pins in before I can put it back on camera. So there should be 2 more pins in here. I'm just going to make sure there are. I am hoping there are, because I'm increasingly getting concerned that I'm missing a pin. I have a feeling that we are missing a pin. Ooh, this is not good. We are indeed missing a pin. This is not good. Hold up, I'm just going to take the box from behind the camera so I can empty all my parts out. Yeah, we are not all in one piece. Oh dear. Actually, no, we're not missing a pin at all. I'm going insane. I'm going absolutely insane. Sorry guys, I lied. We're not missing a pin whatsoever. I just can't remember how this engine goes back properly. I mean, it has been a couple of weeks since I took it apart last, so no surprise to myself really. But yeah, so I was saying we're missing a pin because I thought we needed a pin there and there, which we do need a pin there, but it's there. So, bit of a miscommunication with myself, that one. Right, so now those rods are on. Just show you here. Pins in there, rods are on. We need to put a spacer in there, which I need to do off camera because it's such a complicated thing to do. It's the most tiny, like unnecessarily small spacer I think I've ever seen in my life. sorry guys for going silent, I'm just focusing on getting it in place. And there we go, in one, lovely. And we're all back together. There we go. There's all the rods and parts in place. Now, I will show you a bit of broken part here. A bit of a broken part here. I'm fairly confident this is a screw, so I'm just going to move this back a bit so you guys can see the parts I'm laying out. So this and this plus this washer here are supposed to go through a little hole you might be able to see just at the front of the engine there, and obviously it has snapped. So that will be a part I will be replacing, this part here. Obviously the washer and the screw are fine, so this side's fine, that side's broken. So we'll replace the broken part and buy a new part for it, and obviously fit it back together. Then we have the brake sort of pads, the sort of underside brake system, which is supposed to fit underneath the engine, I think somewhat like that, and then continue along. It's obviously broken and has been broken before I bought it. So we'll be replacing that as well. Then this is the body screw, and I will show you a bit of another broken part, which is here. You can't even see that, apologies, which is there. It's part of a rod, but we'd already replaced it. I bought it with a replacement already being fitted, because I personally fitted the replacement part for that last part I just showed you. So I already know it's working. So now we've got the engine back together. Bit of work today. I'm just putting the rods back together and getting all the rods nice and tidy again. We will obviously need to do some more work on put spacers in, putting screws in, blah blah blah, getting all of that sorted and finalized. But roughly what we need to do now is sort out why it's not getting power, possibly replace the motor, and go from there. So next week we will be probably having a new motor, unless I decide in the meantime that I've done some work and it's not needing a motor. So off camera, before next week, I'll be testing it extensively and trying to get it working. If I can get it working and it doesn't need a new motor, then it doesn't need a new motor. And obviously I'll show you guys it working next week, or show you guys a tender, whatever. But obviously it needs a tender as well. But yeah, that's it for this week's update on the engine. We put the rods back together, and next week we will be working on either a motor replacement, or we will be working on finalizing the engine itself. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you did like this video of us putting the rods back together on my B1, Springbok B1. That is its name, so it must be called that, I guess. If you did like this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications on when you do subscribe, so you never miss another video from me. And obviously hope to see you next week. But also, if you want some more train content, go and check out my vlog channel, as I'll be posting tomorrow a nice running session. Obviously this is not included, unfortunately, but it's so-called cousin, or former cousin, still technically is a cousin of it, a nice black Springbok that belongs to the Walthamstow Pumphouse Museum, will feature as a little spoiler in the video. So go check that out tomorrow, as it will be coming out with a bunch of clips of my engines running around. So like my P2, my Battle of Britain, my D16 called Hamilton, -3, sorry, and my Senator Gresley, my Parcel Express train from the Great Western Railway, and just generally collection of things, including my 9F. So that'll be over on my vlog channel tomorrow, and I'll either see you next week or tomorrow on my vlog channel. But for here, it's next week. For my vlog channel, it's tomorrow. So I'll see you all there. Bye for now. Bye.